Well, serving as the voice for agriculture, producers from across the nation came together this week for the 101st Annual American Farm Bureau Convention. RFD-TV's Corinne LaRue was on the ground in Austin, where she had the chance to get an update on ag in the Sunshine State.
Here at the American Farm Bureau Federation's annual convention in Austin, Texas, I have John Hoblick, the president of the Florida Farm Bureau Federation. Can you just tell me what's going on in your neck of the woods?
You know, we're a rather busy state in Florida. Not only do we have a high population, but we've got a lot of great agriculture that goes on in Florida each and every day. And right now we're at our peak season of our winter crop vegetables. And so when you talk about things that affect us in our state, one, USMCA has always been a challenge even from the early NAFTA days. And with that being said, we have to compete with Mexico, and you think about that lateral line across the Gulf of Mexico. Mexico is in complete competition with us, and it's very difficult when they're dumping product into our states cheaper than our producers can produce it on their own farms. Secondly, I think there's an issue that I think everybody is concerned with, which is labor and immigration. As we have a Lofgren bill moved through the House and sent over to the Senate to address, you know, there's some fine-tuned things in there that we can work on to help benefit our H-2A labor programs. We are the second largest state of H-2A labor production. And then thirdly, I think the environment, it's on everybody's mind. It's one that everybody talks about, but Florida in particular is a state that's surrounded by two oceans, and it's such a finite resource because underneath all of us is salt water. So the more you suck the fresh water out, the more you have potential for saltwater intrusion. We've got 22 million people in the state. We've got 115 plus million visitors a year, plus the residents themselves, you know, all depend on those natural resources. So that can be a challenge for us as well.
Okay, and anything exciting coming up in 2020?
You know, 2020 is going to be a great year. Not only the term 2020 is good vision and looking forward, but I think Florida's legislative session's in progress right now. We're looking at trying to get some positive things for agriculture as a result, work through legislation, so that's always exciting. You know, Farm Bureau as a whole, I believe for agriculture is an exciting organization to belong to. Activating our membership throughout this year is going to be critical for us as things go through not only Washington, but our state as well. So I'm always looking forward to a great 2020 this year.
All right, awesome. And anything else that you would like to add?
You know, Florida's a unique state, and I grant it, Mickey Mouse and tourism is our number one industry in our state, but agriculture is really the backbone. When we had the downturn in the economy, agriculture was the steady eddy that continued to produce and pump dollars into our state. We have about $120 billion economic impact in our state, which is significant to the state of Florida.
All right. Well, John, thank you again for joining us and talking to us a little bit about what's going on down there in Florida. But we're going to go ahead and toss it back to you guys. More to come from the American Farm Bureau's annual convention here in Austin, Texas.
Thank you, Corinne. And be sure and stay tuned for another update from the convention as we learn about the latest happenings with the nationwide in our next half hour.